Welcome to Omega Alpha's Let's Play Episode 6. I know the last episode, at the end of it, I said it was 6, but it looks like it's 5. So, sorry about that mistake. Now, let me offload this. And stuff doesn't look. But one thing I want to do is the sugarcane. I kind of want to expand the sugarcane, the amount of sugarcane that can be produced. Probably eventually should have a sugarcane farm so it's a lot faster. But basically, my plan is to have a sugarcane production to build up sugarcane at least 64 at a time, so that when I get into oh, I forget its name. Drawing blank. But it's the one minute. Let me quickly find out what it's called, because it's getting out of my nerve. And equivalent exchange. That is what I want a sugarcane production for, because I use sugarcane to turn it into coal, and obviously then that goes up the chain to get into Mobius fuel. So let's go down, back down into our mine. Where you can see we have a serious mining operation going. And it's kind of fun when you find, when you have, with mining out this way, because you have this chain going on and on. And coal is very valuable to me because industrial craft has many uses for it, which a lot of the uses are for macerating it into coal dust, which then can be used to make used for part and advanced things, which I believe it turns into carbon fibers, and carbon fibers turn to carbon mesh, which then turns into carbon plating. And the other thing you can use carbon dust is for diamonds. And as you see, I'm kind of right now just mining some of my resources that are one block above of the little cavern, so that it's a little bit easier. And we found even more uranium. Though probably the next time I go to the surface I will do an iron pickaxe. Since for the machines for industrial craft, we actually do need redstone. And redstone definitely requires a pickaxe. Well, actually, then we'll also use the pickaxe to mine all that uranium, so that and if you look here, we found some more coal. And as you can see, when you run into coal, you're more likely to find other resources using my method. Actually, I guess it's not my method because I've seen other people do it, so just the technique I chose to use is kind of effective at this. Let's put some torches because it's kind of getting a little dark here. Of course, it's kind of stupid to put a torch there since we need to mine out that catacomb. And it looks like we also hit into gravel, which I might actually mine all that gravel up since it is useful. It actually has two uses. One is just by mining it, you get, I believe it's called flint. Yeah, flint. And the other thing is, once you get industrial craft, you can turn it. Actually, industrial craft just makes more flint, but in equal exchange, we'll actually be able to get more. Turn into two sands. Looks like I've got as much as I can, so it's time to take a little bit of the gravel for now out to separate it. And it looks like I've been hearing some type of, so it must mean there's a cavern underneath. And look at, we found some more iron. And it looks like there's a zombie in a cave nearby. And while I was mining this, as you can see, I found more coal. And coal is always a good thing. As you can see, so far I've collected 25 iron and 15 copper. The only thing so far I haven't run across is 10, which I'm thinking that probably means is I'm not deep enough. Kind of relief that I didn't find any more, because it's kind of to the point that I don't really want to find any more for this area. As you can see, I'm rebuilding up the stairway path so that right out there. Yes, I kind of like using dirt to fill and stuff. I suppose I could use stone, but when I fill in stuff, I like to use dirt and use other resources for other stuff. As to believe it or not, even all this excess stone is eventually, once we get into industrial craft, there's uses for like recycling and equivalent change. That stone can be turned into clay, which then can be used in the condenser unit to make iron. Of course, another step I do before I turn into clay into iron is I use industrial craft induction furnace to turn into bricks, which I turn bricks into brick blocks. Those brick blocks then I will turn to iron, and some of that iron will be reprocessed into other resources. Of course, equivalent change will take a while to get to, since it's more of an in-game type of thing opposed to now. And let's put some lights here so that there's no chance of mob spawning. I believe we finally mined it all out, though I need some more dirt to complete my little path. Let's each one of these pork and beefs. Yeah, I suppose we should save one. Though I will move all the stone to the second chest, just so we don't clutter it up. And as you see, we're still missing a lot of vital resources. And let's make another axe, because that axe is being used up. And now let's go check on our topside stuff. Looks like we have a few swamp trees here, but I don't see any. I think I found my rubber trees. But that'll be another episode. And let's go harvest some of our wheat, since it's harvestable. And it looks like we have a lot more wood to harvest. And as you can see, time we spent mining down there, we built up a lot of trees so we can easily increase our wood stockpile. And my optimal goal is obviously I want to have a double chest full of wood. I kind of wish for a black hole ring, since that would have made this a whole lot easier. Since I like kind of collecting as maximum amount of resources as I can. And anyway, I think this will about wrap it up for this episode, so probably off camera I'll finish up this area, putting trees and all that. So I thank you for watching episode 6, and if you like this episode, please click, I would be thankful if you click like, and if you want to subscribe to my channel, I'd like that too. And also, more importantly than those stuff for me is I want comments. I want lots of comments. Tell me how am I doing, what things I'm doing wrong, and all that fun stuff. So, I guess that's about wraps it up for this episode. So, thank you for watching.